Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to Crystal Vision 1111. This is a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading today may apply to all of you watching. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and for your situation with your person of interest, and release the rest to the universe. So let's see what messages the universe wants to share with the collective today, please. What do we need to know? What does the universe want to tell us? It's hard loving someone so much and being apart. Well, yes. Don't you feel the same way, guys? You guys watching the reading? Isn't it difficult for you to love someone so much and be apart from them? That is what your person is saying here. But it is because of their actions, their words and behaviors that you're apart. They're the one that created this disconnect between the two of you. More than likely, it wasn't you guys watching the reading. This is something that they did. And it is hard for them loving you from a distance, from afar, not being in your life right now. But their feelings for you are still there. Now, perhaps they didn't share their feelings for you when the two of you were together, and somehow they chose to downplay this relationship, this connection, this love, choosing to downplay how much you mean to them, which, for whatever reason they did that, they will explain to you as they start making their way back to you. They couldn't be all in with you. Perhaps they were fearful. Perhaps they were afraid of expressing themselves. Perhaps they didn't know how to be in a real relationship, an adult relationship, because they never had one before. But that was something that you were willing to work through with them, wasn't it? To show them how to love, to show them how to be a partner, to be a better communicator, how to commit. But your person is having a hard time being away from you. And it is difficult for them at the moment, not having you in their life. And it's not going to get any easier. And the only solution for this person is to start bringing the two of you back together, so you can start building your relationship again. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know? What is going on here? I think about everything we've been through together. Well, yes, you guys watching the reading probably do also. It's hard not to think about that, right? All of the happy memories, all of the good times, the romantic adventures, your wonderful dates, all of the stuff that the two of you did when you were together, your great conversations, your laughter, the places you would go, other people you would hang out with, having friends and family over to the house, just being together. Your person thinks about all of these things, all of these happier times, but they also think about the times when they created problems, when they sabotaged this relationship, when they created arguments and perhaps blamed you, perhaps even gaslighting you. And all of this stuff that they are dwelling on and thinking about and perhaps even obsessing about at the moment is making them miss you more, because they want to get a hit of your energy. They desire to spend time with you. They actually need to be around you, because sometimes it's like you're the air that they breathe, and not having you in their life at times makes it even difficult for them to catch a full breath. But in thinking about everything that you've been through together, they're saying here as well that your love that you have for each other is powerful enough to get the two of you through anything and everything, including this disconnect that is currently occurring in your lives. Your person isn't handling it very well. You're probably handling it better than they are, because you guys watching the reading are in a more evolved space than your person is, but they are growing and evolving through all of this, because all of that is part of the plan to get them to grow up so that they can be this partner who will not downplay their love for you or downplay this connection, who will be all in with you and be expressive of their feelings in terms of building a solid relationship together. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What other messages does the universe want to share with the collective? What do we need to know about what's going on with this person? I just want to reconnect with you. Well, yes, of course they do. Reconnecting you would make them feel so much better, and they are acknowledging that here. And I'm sure for you guys watching the reading, reconnecting with this person will make you feel better also. The solution is so simple. It's like self-torture in a way, right? That's what this person is doing. I really desire to spend time with this person that I love. It's hard loving them and being so far apart. It's difficult having these feelings for them, but I'm not communicating with them. Well, the answer is so simple. Of course, we are looking at it from a different perspective than your person is, but they're saying here, I need to reconnect. I want to reconnect. I'm going to reach out because I do not like what it feels like at this time. And that is without you, and without this love, without this connection, without this energy that comes from you. Because when the two of you are together, you guys, the energy is so brilliant between the two of you, and you can overcome everything that life throws at you together as a couple, as a team. No matter what it is, the love that you have for each other is powerful enough to blast through and shine through all of life's challenges, problems, difficulties, even these things that your person has been dragging around with them. Your love is strong enough to blast through that. Always remember that. But this is saying here your person wants to reconnect. They want to reach out. They are figuring out how they're going to do it because it's driving them crazy being apart from you. And they will never downplay this relationship or this love ever again. So let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know? I'm changing my behaviors that caused us problems. Well, hallelujah for that. I almost wanted to sing the hallelujah chorus right then. But oi, yes, they need to change these behaviors, whatever those things are. And perhaps it's not just behaviors on their part. Perhaps they even need to get rid of habits that are toxic or dysfunctional in their lives. And that is part of these behaviors as well. Perhaps as well, your person needs to remove toxic, dysfunctional people from their lives as well. That could be friends. It could be families. It could even be their job. It doesn't always have to be a person. But what this is saying here, your person is getting rid of these things. They're working through them because being apart from you is the catalyst that's causing them to change, evolve, and transform. And this person, your person, needs to change because carrying this old behavioral stuff around with them for as long as they have is perhaps holding them back from other areas in their lives as well. Perhaps it's holding them back from having a better job, from advancing their career, from being able to become more of a leader. Your person is changing and releasing all of the behaviors, patterns, and whatever else has tied them to this past that has caused problems for you in this relationship. All of that stuff is going to be gone because this person is envisioning this lighter, brighter future with you because that is what they truly desire because they want to reconnect with you. And it's not just about reconnecting you to get a hit of your energy and then move on with their life. This is about them wanting to reconnect with you and reestablish this relationship. Let's see what else the universe wants to reveal for this reading today, please. What do we need to know? What is happening here? I'm going to communicate with you much better. Well, hallelujah for that. That's a 2 hallelujah row here, guys. Yes, they've learned how to listen. And being a better communicator is something your person probably needs to do. You know, sometimes in the very beginning, when we first start spending time with someone, we can be in our best behaviors, right? And we communicate and we respond to text and emails and return phone calls, and we listen with intent and we listen actively and we participate in conversations. But then after we've been with someone for a while, we can kind of like change and not be so responsive to text, phone calls, or conversations. But your person is acknowledging here that yes, they understand that they need to be a better communicator. They need to learn how to listen to you. They need to take in what you say and listen with their heart instead of like just kind of hearing it but not really listening to it. This is about them truly listening to what you're saying, being a better listener, being a better communicator. And you need this person to communicate with you better than how they have in the past, don't you? Actually, you need them to just communicate with you right now. That will solve a lot of this situation that your person is going through right now, suffering because you're apart. All they have to do is communicate with you and start speaking. That's all it takes. But they're saying here that moving forward, their communication with you will be so much better because they don't want this breakdown to happen again in this connection with you. Once they come back, they want it. That will be it. They don't want to go through another period of separation like this again. They don't want to go through this life, the rest of this life, being apart from you again. But they are making their ways back to you in the best way that they can. For some of you, your person will come back sooner than others of you watching this reading, because everyone's on their own individual journey, right? And everyone learns and grows and evolves at different speeds, but this person is changing the behaviors that caused the problems between the two of you in the past. And communication could very well be one of the behaviors they need to change. But they are doing it. So we'll use some tarot cards now and see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages does the collective need to hear? So let's see what messages the universe wants to reveal for the collective, please. What do we need to know? What is happening here? Well, this is the Two of Cups. Well, yes. Your person wanting to reconnect with you is all about that Two of Cups. Absolutely. Wanting to spend time together, wanting to look into your eyes, wanting to feel the energy that flows back and forth between you, like this rainbow that is connecting these two cups. And they can feel the energy that's flowing back and forth between you now, just like you can, but they want to do it in person. They want to look at your face. They want to look into your eyes. They want to spend time in your presence because this will help both of you. Being around each other that very first time is going to bring so much healing energy into this connection with your person. But this Two of Cups is about romance, and it is about partnership, and your person saying, yes, I don't just want to reconnect with you. I want to have this relationship with you. Let's see what else we need to know. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What is going on? What do we need to know about this person and this connection? Well, this is the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is a card that tells us that, yes, your person is having a hard time right now. The Five of Pentacles is a card of, well, it's kind of like a card of feeling abandoned, being in isolation, feeling unloved, feeling like you just don't have enough worthiness to be able to survive. And this is how your person is feeling with this being apart from each other. But again, this is something they brought on themselves, isn't it? This Five of Pentacles is something that they brought into their own life, this abandonment energy. They abandoned themselves when they ran from this connection, when they shut you out of their life. But if abandoning themselves is the very thing that's going to be this powerful teacher for your person, that's causing them to change behaviors that caused problems, They need to feel that energy right now. The Five of Pentacles is also a card of worry. It's a card of feeling like a lot of anxiety and just worrying and perhaps even sleeplessness. And your person may be going through and experiencing some of that as well. But this changing my behaviors that caused us problems. Remember earlier when I was saying perhaps it's even holding them back from being able to get a better job or change jobs? Perhaps they have been trying to change their job with that Five of Pentacles energy being here as well, because the Five of Pentacles can be a change in job, a change in money. It can even be being worried about financial situations right now, and perhaps even having some unexpected expenses that came at them all out of nowhere. And perhaps for some of you as well, you guys watching the reading are feeling and going through some of this also. So the energy of the Five of Pentacles it's very heavy, but it also tells us your person is going to work through that, because most of this stuff for your person is worry that exists in their mind. That worry and anxiety is in their mind. It's very possibly not this real worry that is manifesting in their lives, but they're feeling they shouldn't have abandoned you right now. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages does the collective need to know? What do we need to hear about? What does the universe want to share with us, please? The Six of Swords. Well, the Six of Swords is all about transition and change. Hallelujah. Again, happening for your person. They are changing their behaviors. They are becoming a better communicator. They will be a better partner, because the Six of Swords is all about them leaving stuff in the past that has no business being present in their life at the moment. The Six of Swords is also a card of communication. So yes, you can be definitely hearing from your person when the Six of Swords shows up, which is obviously the very first thing that needs to happen here. Perhaps they'll send you a communication, a text or an email about meeting, because I do feel this person with that Two of Cups leading the way here on this second row of cards, that they want to meet face to face. They want to hang out. They want to talk in person, because they want you to be able to see that yes, they have changed their behaviors. They are a better communicator. And you can't really tell if someone's a better communicator through text or emails truly, can you? Because, well, that's kind of impersonal. This kind of communication needs to happen in person. But this Six of Swords tells us your person is changing and moving towards back into the light, because they want to return to this light here that is at the front of this boat. It's a beautiful Viking boat that looks like a swan. This light, leaving this darkness in the past, transitioning to the light. That is what that Six of Swords is about. Let's see what other messages the universe wants to share with the collective, please. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? The Nine of Cups. Well, I love this. Look at that. That story that is right here. Yes, leaving these difficulties, these worries, these anxieties, because I don't have you in my life, transitioning to this place where I am happy again, because the Nine of Cups is the card of happiness, wishes being fulfilled, dreams coming to fruition. Your person acknowledging here as well that their love for you is definitely at the forefront of their heart and of their mind. They're also acknowledging with this Five of Pentacles that yes, they did downplay the love that they feel for you and how much you mean to them. This is some of their regret. This is some of their remorse, as well as the actions and behaviors that caused damage in this connection that hurt you. But they will take care of that in their own way. They will apologize. But this Nine of Cups is also about your person telling you that they are happiest when they are with you. You are their light, going to the light, leaving this difficult stuff in the past. this abandonment, this loneliness, this isolation that comes with that Five of Pentacles, and going to this brightness of this Nine of Cups, where things are all happy, happy, joy, joy, and the two of you are spending time together. And as this man is doing here, toasting each other with 9 goblets of wine. That was a joke, guys. That was a joke. It's just what's on the card, okay? Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What other messages does the collective need to hear from the universe? What messages does the universe have for the collective today? What do we need to hear? Well, the King of Wands. The King of Wands is all about doing something about it. This is the energy of your person coming at you. Yes, they are going to do something about it. They are going to communicate. They are going to get this unstuck. They are going to reconnect with you because they have been changing the behaviors that caused the two of you so many problems, so much damage, perhaps for some of you as well, so much heartache, so much hurt, so many tears that really shouldn't have been part of this connection, truly, but your person wasn't ready to take on this relationship, which is why they downplayed their feelings for you, why they downplayed how much you mean to them. But with this King of Wands showing up, that is all about getting it moving, because the King of Wands is a fire sign. If you or your person have your sun, moon, or rising signs in Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, this can indicate that there is a message in this reading for you. You do not have to be a fire sign for this reading to work for you. These readings are collective readings, and they are for all signs. But the King of Wands is all about putting their eye on the prize. And not just putting their eye on the prize, but going out and grabbing it. And that is the energy of your person coming towards you. The King of Wands does not take no, truly, for an answer. The King of Wands puts forth so much effort and energy because the King of Wands gets what they want. And that is regardless of your person's sign or gender. This is the energy of this card. It is all about making things happen. And it is all about following through with a surge of energy that's going to come at you. And you will see that, yes, they've changed. They communicate better. They're reconnecting with you. And they are telling you how they feel about you. Let's see what else the universe wants to reveal for this reading today, please. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know? Contemplation. This card comes with number 29, which resolves to 11. Contemplation. This card reminds me of the Strength card in the Tarot. Several times in this card, actually, with this lion and this fairy figure here with this butterfly headdress, but also with this little tiny figure down here. The detail on this card is unbelievable. And this is about your person having spent considerable time thinking things through and gaining a much greater understanding of where they went wrong, of where they let you down, of where they let themselves down, of where they failed you, of where they failed themselves as well, because they're feeling that Five of Pentacles energy. This is about your person as well, though, transforming. Look at all of those beautiful butterflies flying into the light, symbolizing the transformation that is happening here, not only for you and for your person, but in this relationship. And it truly does need to be different, because your person needs to show you that they've changed their behaviors that cause these problems, that they can express their love for you, that they will tell you how they feel, and they will show you how they feel and never downplay their affections for you again. But that is not the energy that's coming back to you. The energy coming back is someone who's going to be all in, who wants to do what it takes, because that is the energy of the combination of this King of Wands and Nine of Cups. Your person is happiest when you are in their life. Through this period of contemplation, they have figured that out. And again, hallelujah, They see the light, and the light is shining very clearly onto this person right now, onto your person, and they want to start doing something about it. That's why that Six of Swords is smack dab in the middle of this table, because that is about them reaching out to communicate with you and going through this period of transition, leaving this murky stuff in the past and moving into the light, happy, happy, joy, joy energy that comes with the Nine of Cups. So let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know, please? Deep diver. Anyone out there is a diver? Free diving, scuba diving, is their person? This is definitely all about deep diving. Diving into a task. Okay, so what do we have going on here? Your person is deep diving into all of these tasks that they need to do to actually change and transform into this partner that will show up for you and be this partner you need them to be. Because it's hard loving you and being away from you. They can't stand this disconnect that's happened between you. They are digging deep into their soul, into their heart, into their psyche, into their subconscious, doing shadow work perhaps as well, and really identifying all of the icky, nasty stuff that caused problems in this relationship with you and changing it. They are taking it seriously, and they are doing what needs to be done so that they can communicate, show up for you in ways that they haven't done in the past. So let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages does the universe want to share with the collective, please? What do we need to hear? What do we need to know? What is going on? What messages does the universe want to reveal for the collective, please? The Union of Hearts. A love connection that defies explanation. Can you guys explain to your friends or your family about this connection to your person? No, probably not. And they may even think that you're not normal for understanding these kind of connections. But unless you've truly been through something like this or have this kind of connection in your life, you can't understand it. That's why friends and family sometimes are not the best people to talk to about this unless they have been through something like this. The union of hearts, the union of souls, a love connection that defies explanation. This is about your person basically acknowledging here that, yes, I couldn't understand this connection before, but I have been diving deep into everything about us, everything about myself, everything about my behaviors, my psyche, my subconscious, everything, and I get it now, and I see and understand that, yes, there is this definite, magical, special and infinite connection that exists between us. And while it may not be logical, and that is what scared me about it before, I am understanding it now with so much greater clarity, and it brings me peace to think about being able to be in this relationship with you, which is why they want to reconnect. Isn't that what that said? I just want to reconnect with you. It's why they want to come back and give this connection, this opportunity for this reconciliation that comes with that Two of Cups. Because your person has acknowledged through this reading that they need to get back to you. And they need to unite with you, because this card is about union. This union of hearts. Let's see what else we need to know. What other messages does the universe want to share with the collective today, please? Intimacy. Well, yes, your person does want to be intimate with you, and it's not just about this passion that's here between the two of you. It is about the chemistry that exists between you guys, and longing for you and missing you and wanting to spend time with you, and wanting to come into union with you. That comes with that Union of Hearts card. But it's also this emotional intimacy that will be there between you as you come back into union with each other. And the King of Wands energy is definitely all about passion, but also love, not being afraid of telling you how they feel. This Nine of Cups is all about love, love and passion. What a powerful combination. What great chemistry exists here between you and this person. So let's see what else we need to know. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know about this person and this connection, please? Determined, persistent, yes, we saw that earlier with that deep diver and that King of Wands. The King of Wands is someone who's determined and persistent, not taking no, doing what it takes, still holding on. Your person is holding on to you and onto this connection. That's why they're saying here, it's hard loving someone so much and being apart. And just like it is for you, you're still holding on because you know in your heart and in your soul that there is something bigger happening here in this connection with your person. You know that the universe is at work. You know that this is a connection that defies explanation. It is a union of hearts and union of souls. And that's why some people will not be able to understand it because they have not been through it. And if they haven't been through it, trying to talk to them about it is like trying to talk to a wall or an orange or an apple because they just won't be able to understand it. Okay, so this is about you knowing within yourselves what is happening. Deep dive into your own soul and ask your soul what is happening here in this connection with your person, because that is where the answers truly lie. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages does the universe want to share with the collective? What do we need to hear, please? Pictures. Well, regrets. Looking at your photos, looking at your pictures, staring at their phone, reading their old texts, old emails, listening to your voicemails, perhaps even blocking their phone number and calling you to hear your voice. But looking at pictures allows them to connect to your energy. It's also allowing them to reminisce about the times that the two of you had together. All of the fun things you used to do, hanging out, doing things together. Where was that? Yes, I think about everything we've been through together. Yes, because they're looking at the pictures and reliving the memories and replaying your conversations and everything else that goes with thinking about everything you've been through together. But looking at your pictures does allow them to, looking at your photos, allows them to connect to your energy. And for that moment that they connect to your energy, even through a photo or through a text or through a message or from hearing your voice, it gives them a boost of confidence. It gives them this sense of feeling loved, and a love that they haven't felt or experienced with anyone before. And it's not really happening for them in the 3D, obviously, because they're looking at pictures and listening to old messages and reading and etc. But it's still because the connection between you and this person is oh so very powerful and strong. They still get a hit of your energy. And for that moment, it does make them feel better. It makes them feel like, okay, I can do this. I'm determined. I'm ready to move. I have courage. I've got confidence. It's time to talk. And that is what is driving your person back into your direction. So let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know? What is happening here, please? Reconciliation. Harmony. Yes, harmony, balance, and harmony needing to be restored in this connection. Resolving issues through better communication and making compromises and not arguing and turning molehills into mountains and all of that crazy stuff that goes with not truly having adult conversations with each other. Resolving issues, getting back together. This is about your person wanting to reconcile, wanting to reunite. And we have seen that many times throughout this reading. They have a greater understanding now of this relationship and their place in this world and in this connection. And they're saying as well that they should have done things so much differently. They should have been all in with you because they felt this love for you. When the two of you were first together, they felt this love. They knew it was there. They knew it was something that was real, and they just weren't ready for it. But they, through missing you, they have gotten ready for it. And that is part of this process of healing and growth for this person. And if that is what it's taken for them to get it, for them to wake up, by feeling the energy of that self-abandonment that comes with the Five of Pentacles, then that is what has needed to happen in order for your person to learn and grow and definitely transform. But they think about all of this all the time. They think about you all the time. They think about, while they're looking at your photos, they're reading your texts and listening to your messages and whatever else they may have around that they have access to, that is your energy or has your energy on it. And it is the very thing that's going to cause them to come back into your direction. So let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. Let's see what else, other messages the universe wants to share. What do we need to know about what is going on here? What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know? These cards are really hard to shuffle, guys. I'm kind of struggling, but I'm trying to get it. If I could go back in time, I would handle us differently. Well, yes, it would make it so much better if they could go back in time, in that time machine, and make things different to make things better. But they can't go back in time, can they? They wish they could, because they are acknowledging throughout all of this reading that they know they should have done things differently. They know they should have done things better, because they know that the two of you belong together and that the two of you, hopefully, from their perspective, have this strong opportunity to come together again in the future. But they want to do things differently next time. They can't go back in the past and make it better, but they can definitely make things better for the two of you moving forward. Let's see what else we need to know for this reading today, please. What other? Well, I'm going to have to cover that up really quickly, because this is basically saying, do not put up with my stuff here, and we could not have that show up. This is basically saying that when your person comes back, they know that you're going to set boundaries with them, and that you are going to make sure that you are not going to put up with this anymore. No more of this kind of behavior. No more of this on and off stuff. No more of mistreating you. No more of all of the behaviors that cause problems between you. They know that you are going to draw the line with that. And they're basically saying that, please don't put up with my stuff here. Can't really say what was on there, but that's what they're saying, which is why I very quickly covered it with a yellow sticky. So, but your person is acknowledging that, yes, you need to set that boundary with them, because they don't want to treat you the way that they have treated you in the past that hurt you. They want to be all in this connection with you, which is why they can't stop thinking about you. They know that they need to be all in. They know that they need to put their effort, their love, their emotions, their feelings, and everything into this connection. And that's what they want to do, because this reading started with them saying, it is hard loving you so much and not having you in their life. And this is not something that makes them feel happy. They want to get back to this happy, happy, joy, joy that comes with that Nine of Cups. They know that their path to this happiness is with you. They know that they've got to get rid of this past stuff. being a better communicator, being there for you. Stop changing their behaviors that cause problems between the two of you, getting rid of those behaviors, perhaps even toxic and dysfunctional people who are in their lives they need to get rid of as well. But through this period of contemplation that's happening with your person, they're actually saying here that, yes, I wish I could turn back time. I wish I could get into that time machine and go back in time and handle things differently than I ever have handled them. I should have done things differently from the beginning. I should not have downplayed how much you mean to me and how much I love you because of my fears, my insecurities, my old emotional wounds, or whatever other junk it was that this person had within them that caused them to act that way and hurt you. But you'll see them acting differently with you moving forward because they don't ever want to run the risk of losing you or this connection ever again. So let's see what else we need to know for this reading. What other messages does the collective need to hear? What do we need to know about what's going on with this person? The way I have treated you was wrong. Well, yes, it is wrong on many levels. In so many ways, the way this person has treated you is not right. They've hurt you. They have neglected you. They have treated you disrespectfully. They have dishonored this connection. They have disrespected the universe by disrespecting you. And they're taking all of this on within them because they are seeing here that you are the one that they want. Their happiness is with you. This 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and 9 of Cups combination that is down here tells it all. Without you, I'm not happy. I've abandoned myself by not having you in my life, and I need to regain this love. So I'm transitioning and changing to get back to this place of happiness. But I'm going to come at you with a determination you haven't seen before because I am getting ready to make my claim and reach out to you and start communicating. And they will be determined. They will put forth the energy they need to. They will be persistent. Remember, the energy of that King of Wands gets what they want because this person is not happy without you. Their love for you is screaming out at them every day that it's time to act. It's time to do something. And so this is the energy of your person coming back to you. They will be all in with you because they want this happiness that comes with you and this relationship. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you. Have a great day, everyone.